Yo, what's up, everybody? Deuce GG's here. We're going to go ahead and check out this Ashes of Creations early access. Pretty much right now, I am making a summoner. So far, I like the game. I know there's a lot of hate right now for the game, due to either graphics, exploits, or bugs. But guys, you got to remember this is an early access game. Um, it's still a, you know, work in progress. So you just gotta, take it as it is right now. But for what's on the table, I think it's great. I think this is a great MMO and it has a lot of potential. So far, it's just with the summoning class. I have to say it may be the most difficult class in the game right now. I'm not sure really how else to put that. Just for the amount of skills that you have to weave in between each other, and you're always kind of trying to build up your your damage. You don't have big burst damage like that. Everything kind of leads into another. Right now, we have got together with a another party member, and pretty much we're just going to be hunting down highwaymen. Okay, I thought my game froze for a second, but yeah, just fighting some Minotaurs right now. You can see there's another summoner just running by chilling. He's actually got the DPS summon up. Right now, I'm currently using the tank summon. It's pretty good. For all intents and purposes, it does its job as a tank. It has the ability to taunt, block, or slash parry, and it also has an AoE stomp. Um, It's really good. I would say right now that pets are kind of squishy, all of them, even the tank itself. So I'm hoping in the future they can go ahead and give Summoner a patch. Um, let me know down in the comments below if you guys are currently playing Ashes with Creations and what is your favorite class right now. I have one other character. It's a cleric. Cleric is really strong in this game. Healing in general is just really strong. Um, and I haven't seen too much with the cross classing that they have. I'm not even sure what level that unlocks or if it's even available right now in this early access. From what I've seen, people are level 25. That may be the max level right now. But as you can see, this is pretty much the gameplay loop with the summoner. You're going to go ahead and have your pet draw aggro. You're going to utilize your dots and your uh, beam attacks. That's what I call any draining moves that I have, like a siphon or anything like that. You see me right there use siphon from my pet to restore my mana. That is a critical skill, I think, for the summoner. You have no other, options to get your mana back other than, using potions. And I think that's just a necessary skill right now because as a summoner you will burn through your mana. You will you will burn through it. It's surprisingly I have not played a mage yet. I think that'd be my next class that I play outside of the cleric when I finish the cleric too. But right now you're just oh my god, I just got just got killed by a minotaur. They were just gonna book it and get back to our party here, and we're just gonna grind into about maybe level 10. So you do get a mount fairly early with the game, because as of right now, I do not know if there is no fast travel. You're not going to be able to just teleport from here, there, everywhere. Um, There is another game that does teleportation really well. Is you simply just tie it to, a resource, a crystal that will allow you to teleport to whatever locations that you currently have unlocked, or you can have it to where like your location that you teleport to actually brings you to your last rest point that you saved at. Something like that could be great. Other than because you're either going to be on horseback or you're going to be walking, and it is quite the trek. And the mobs in this game, for whatever reason, they will continue to chase you like an old EverQuest game. And these mobs do not de-aggro for some time. They have a really long chase zone, so try to find a maybe speed boost potion, or getting a faster mount in general would be a great suggestion. Also, right now, let's see here. It looks like we have a mage, a tank, and it looks like a bard. So just gonna be partying up with these guys. It looks like they can use my help. Tank is taking some serious damage. That was a highwayman that just tried to cut my head off. Oh my god, and these wolves in this game, jeez, my god. So we get in, and pretty much what we're gonna do is we're just gonna farm this area. Right now I'm summoning the Mystic, which is the support summon for the summoner. Um, it is a absolute off-heal monster. I could literally say I sustained this party through healing with my Mystic. I'm actually pretty proud of that. This is actually my first party, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. I am in no way a cleric, so but for what the Mystic offers, it's pretty good. As long as you are, like I said, staying active, weaving your spells, knowing when to, cast your hacks, when to disintegrate, constantly keeping your spirit shred up, it's going to be critical to your mystic's healing, as well as keeping your mystic alive. As I said earlier, the mystic is fairly squishy. All the pets are fairly squishy right now, but the Mystic is probably the squishiest. I have not compared the two HP pools for the Mystic and the DPS pet, the Hunter, but in this area, the Mystic can't get one shot at this level. But as you can see, along with the Bard also has some support as well, so we can, keep our tank alive. But that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I am pretty much just supporting the tank, keeping him above 50%, and rooting and locking down mobs that he targets. That's pretty much what my role is right now. I think as a summoner, you should focus on, staying in the back line and filling in when you, well, first off, nobody ever invites us, for whatever reason. We are kind of like the worst class in the game, but we're not. We're considered the worst class in the game while being also one of the most difficult classes in the game. And I'm up for that challenge. I hope everyone else is. That the rest of all you other summoners out there are ready for that challenge too. But pretty much like once we get this pet buff, I believe the summoner will just be that class to fill in whatever needs. I mean, you can't refill a cleric, of course, but you can provide a substantial, support role or backup off support, off DPS, or off CC for the party. As you can see here, I am just bursting down and locking down whoever the tank targets and making sure he is healed at least above 50%. Anytime I see, um, you know, him going below, you know, just want to make sure your Mystic is in a position to go ahead and good support and provide that burst heal. That's pretty much what it is. It's a massive burst heal as well as a AoE that the Mystic has. Sorry if I'm yapping so much, guys. It's just this is so much to talk about with this class and what's going on. I'm just trying to just give you that play-by-play as we're doing it here. So pretty much like our teammate here wants to go inside and also change the loot table, but we're not actually ready. We cannot go in there until we at least get a cleric, because it would just be too much. It'll be too much for the tank, and I don't have enough CC and DPS to assist the tank here. But we did get a mage, but our mage here is here now. So right now we have myself, a summoner, a mage, a tank, and a bard. This is a pretty decent party. It's shaping up to be right now. And as for my graphics, believe it or not, I'm running on low. Right now, just where the game is, um, there's just really no point to just be running ultra. This is my personal opinion. There's just no point to just be stressing my graphics card out, just trying to figure out. Plus, they're constant patching the game, so until like things get like a little bit more stabilized, I just run in low. My super sampling is like balanced, nothing too crazy, and actually, I don't mind that milk. I don't mind it. Maybe it's just me, and I don't mind it. You know, because it's only up from here, but I see what's going on, and you know. Nice. Nice. So there is one negative about this zone. The respawn rate is actually pretty high. So you do need to be mindful of mobs respawning, like literally right behind you, especially if they respawn and your back line, like where I am right now, is exposed to respawning mobs. Just want to be careful of that, because if you have all your squishies back there, one of these highwaymen with two-hander may one-tap. So sweet. It looks like here we go ahead and pick up another tank, which is perfect because now the damage mitigation can be split up between the two tanks. So with this party right now, with myself as a summoner, my mystic pet, the sorcerer tank, bard, and the other tank, um, at this point, all we need now is a cleric, and we will be, ready to go. Honestly, I will still stick on support because, believe it or not, with a large party, it is you actually want, depending on your party size, you actually will want to maybe a cleric, two bards, a cleric, or two clerics. It depends, because this is the way that these mobs attack, and their speed and their aggressiveness. just from my experience, running two tanks or two healers is just not is actually a kind of a normal thing. I'm unsure of the max party size. I think the party sizes can actually get pretty large, believe it or not. So it can have some pretty large parties and a lot of class diversity. So right now, it looks like our leader is still trying to recruit some more people. But for the most part, we do this to about level 10, and we'll be doing side keep and just keep grinding. You can see our mage there has got the high ground. That is pretty sick. One thing I will say that we definitely need as a summoner, we need to be able to select which one of our teammates we want to heal. We need an option for that. I think the Bard has an option where they can select a support. They can click the support option or the offensive option. I think we need something like that for the summoner, for sure, for our pets. Because sometimes the pet will go off and just even attack the wrong target, or it'll heal the wrong target, or it'll just heal you when you actually wanted to heal one of your teammates. So that's something like they definitely want to look into. Here. But as you can see, just you can see us standing side by side with the mage over here. They have way more offensive options, like so many different spells they could use. And I just feel like the summoner needs more either single target DPS or give the summoner more CCs. Because like it seems like the skill tree is like they're not sure where they want to go with it. Because like he has necrotic damage, arcane, and spirit damage, and I'm just unsure like why does the summoner have like necrotic damage? It's just strange. Um, you should be leaning more into, in my opinion, the arcane, spirit, and elemental. Don't yeah, I mean he's not going to have as many elemental spells as the mage, but it seems like they give him like a sprinkle of elemental magic here and there, but it's strange. See, there we go right there. We just hit level 9. And but don't get me wrong though, like the summoner does have some great skills. Like I pretty much have an idea where I want to go with this character. I have no idea how long this early access will last. Um, the only reason I picked up this game is because I've been following this game for so long, and I've been dying to check it out. And Wow, somebody just pulled that mob. That's crazy. Uh, this type of stuff right here, like, do not do this, man. This is not cool. You know, you bringing in mobs, and then I think we end up inviting this guy to the party. It's this rogue. Um, so that is the thing. People will. It's. I know why they do it, but it's. I don't know. People will do that to you. So you'll have a party. You guys would be grinding like we are right now, and somebody will just pull like a bunch of aggro, a bunch of mobs. It's crazy, but you know we're a pretty solid team here. We go ahead and wipe all that out, and it's not an issue. This game does a really good job of diversifying the classes and making each class feel unique. Like that's one thing I do like about, Ashes of Creation. These classes feel unique, and I guess the approach that they have here where if I wanted to use a two-handed sword, I can do that if I really wanted to. I can either get a physical sword or I can get a magic sword. And I think that's pretty cool. So I saw some questionable builds, at least to my, MMORPG knowledge. A rogue with a two-hander. I've seen a mage with a axe. So that immediately just opened my eyes to like possibilities and a lot of build variety. So I think it's at this point when we start to consider like going inside. Um, but we definitely need a cleric. I think they've gotten so at this point I think the party's gotten way too accustomed to the healing my mystic's doing. And you know, I'm trying to do the best I can, but there are limitations. Of course, it's like I said earlier, the mystic dying, um, running out of spirit, that is huge. If I run out of spirit, I cannot heal, and pretty much it's like you want to keep that spirit up full at all times. Also, the mystic has a dispel, which is, I think, huge. That is huge. Um, Having the spell on a pet, like the pet itself could just had the AoE explosion skill and the heal by itself. Having a dispel is is really really helpful. Uh, that's gonna allow you to not only help out the cleric, not only does the mystic help the cleric, but if there's only one cleric. I've played the cleric. You do have some AoE healing, but you do have abilities that have cooldowns, and you can't heal everybody at once all the time. Um, and and at least one of his heals, he has to be in melee range, so it's a lot. And any type of relief that a pet can provide, as in a big burst heal, a dispel, a shield, anything like that, that is going to help the clerics and any support class out with your party tremendously. Having that is critical uh, for like big game content and big game content like monsters or like big world bosses or end game content. It's going to be huge. Um, so you will see, I am using like the spell, my burst heal to take care of any debuffs that I see. I still don't know all the debuffs yet in the game, so it's kind of hard to recognize it. But pretty much, if I just see something out of the ordinary, I will uh, cast a spell and try to get that off of tank or whatever my priority target is at the time. Try to get that dispelled. So at this point, we're pretty much ready to just enter the fort and take on some 2 stars, and possibly if there's a boss in this. Just checking out. I pretty much don't have any more scrolls. So you can craft scrolls that can give you bonuses to gathering materials, processing materials, or just adventuring in the world. Pretty much you want to have those running and made at all times just to maximize your sessions when you're playing. Especially if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to hop on, just probably get a party or do a few quests. You definitely want to have some scrolls to boost your experience and make that session worthwhile. Especially if you have XP debt. Now, for those who don't know, XP debt is, of course, if your character dies in game, your experience bar will get taxed a variable amount of debt. You'll see it on your XP bar. It'll say you owe 1,200 debt of experience, and pretty much you have to erase that debt to continue progressing toward your next level. It's not something too crazy. I understand why it's there. A lot of players understand why it's there. Of course, other players may hate it. It's perfectly understandable why somebody might hate it, but I'm used to it. It's really not a big deal. It doesn't become a big deal until unless you're dying like consecutively or something in a row. Like that's the only reason uh I could see you having a big problem with that, or you can't get any parties to just grind some quests or something. So I get that. I've played other games that have like a similar mechanic, so it's not too much of a big deal to me. But I could see why it could get on some people's nerves. But let's see here. So it looks like we can't. We're trying to go inside, but it looks like the mobs are keep spawning around us as we try to move in. But this is a pretty decent party. I've got to move my buttons around. It's kind of clipping into my party bar. So yeah, it looks like we're all doing pretty much decent damage. And we're gonna pretty much go inside. See, I try to do my best to heal the tank, but I honestly don't think that guy's blocking at all. Like I don't think he's blocking whatsoever. So like, it's, so also if you don't know, you are able to block physically. Block. There's a block key, dodge. So you are capable of dodging melee attacks or blocking slash parrying them. So I think there is a parry in this game. Well, at least your class has to have it. So if you saw that rogue just float in the air, like that is the two-handed rogue I was talking about. Like I was amazed to see that. It's just from the MMOs and RPGs I played, just rogues aren't able to just wield great swords. You know what I mean? He actually was worrying me this whole time because like he was so squishy and how he was playing was just so like it's like kind of just reckless, like all this reckless abandon. Oh yeah, don't mind the body moving. Hey guys, thanks for watching, man. If you made it to the end of the session, I want to thank you so much, man, for tuning in. If you want to see more Ashes of Creation content or some of your favorite MMOs, leave them down in the comments. Peace.